I'm Janae from Janae's Book Safari, and I want to talk to you today about The Extraordinary Life of Anne Frank. This is part of the Extraordinary Life series. There are currently 6 titles in this series, including Rosa Parks and Stephen Hawking, and there's actually expected to be 6 more released this fall. I loved this book. It was amazing. I think it's a really good introduction to World War II, and it has a brief overview of what happened in World War II, but it's just really well written. There are definitions of words that are tricky that kids may not know. There are pictures on every page. The deep, dark stuff about World War II is addressed, and it's addressed factually and well, but it's not belabored. The real point of this story is Anne Frank, and this lively, fun girl talks about her life in the beginning, how it was a normal life, and then restrictions started being placed on Jewish people, and there's a list of things that Jewish people were no longer allowed to do. And then it goes into how things were getting scarier and scarier, and then eventually Anne's sister Margot was told to report to a labor camp. Anne's family had been preparing to go into hiding, and that was the catalyst they needed to take that step, so they moved into hiding. There were 8 people total hiding with them. They were hiding in an annex, basically a kind of an attic above a business, and there's a secret stairway, and they were there for 2 years. They weren't able to go outside. They couldn't open their curtains. They could only have their windows open at night to get fresh air in, and they had helpers who would bring them food and library books, a delivery once a week. It's really uplifting and fun. Anne was an amazing person. It goes through the discovery. They were found out, someone told on them, and we still don't know who it was. They were sent to prison, and then Anne and her sister and mother went to Auschwitz, and then Anne and her sister were transferred to another prison camp where they eventually died a few months later of typhus, and then the war ended. Anne's father, Otto, was the only one who survived of the 8 who were in hiding, and a friend had found Anne's diary, knew it was amazing, saved it for Otto, and then he spent the rest of his life working to get it published so that the world could know her story. There's this amazing timeline in the back. I like how it pieces together the important timelines of World War II along with Anne's life. Then at the end, one of the really neat features is something to think about, and they've got great questions to help trigger family discussions or essay topics for kids who are working on extracurricular activities. How would you feel if you had restrictions other than other people, or you couldn't go outside like this? So I love this book. I love the series. I highly recommend it. It's a great way to introduce the topic of World War II and Anne Frank and what a hero and amazing person she was.